let's talk about the importance of requirements elicitation, because I think many of you mentioned that you have issues in terms of engaging stakeholders, and you have issues in terms of the quality of documentation, these other kinds of things. And that's endemic because many people think of requirements as a document, right? So if I asked you to visualize business requirements on the last strategic project you did, the vast majority of it, the picture that pops into your head as I asked you to do that, is it's a picture of a document. And some of you can kind of feel the heft of it, and some of you are saying, well, what document? But the reality is that requirements are not a document. They're a process. The result of that process happens to be a document. And the degree to which that process engages or disengages your stakeholders defines how well they're going to participate in that process of getting requirements and how well they're going to participate in getting that document completed. And so let's talk about elicitation, because elicitation is one of these things that is really central to a process. Is how do you get out there and engage? Because it's not just about that you have requirements complete. Like here's a normal distribution curve associated with projects, okay? Successful, not successful, etc. out there that we did on a piece of research. But here's the distribution curve when you had excellent elicitation skills. Phenomenal shift, right? Because elicitation is all about the process of requirements, uncovering interdependencies, getting to unambiguous goals and objectives, the quality of the facilitation sessions themselves, the efficiency of the stakeholder time usage, the completeness in very short periods of time. These are all characteristics of strong elicitation skills. And the better you are at that, the more likely you are to push projects from just, you know, we're average, to you're absolutely exceptional at getting this done. And here's an example of this, because, you know, here's an example of, we were actually engaged. There's a company that was doing, and oftentimes we get projects, now this is an ideal state, but oftentimes we get projects that people have been doing them for 18 months or some long period of time. And this particular company was trying to get to a single window on their consumer. They had grown by acquisition, and they weren't able to wrap up to a single you know, definition of you know, what a particular customer had with their organization. And they've been re-engineering for about 18 months, and we were brought in actually by the re-engineering company because it was far too complex. They had worked out a lot of the processes associated with this, but they couldn't get down to a level of consensus, nor could they drive this into a system. But, you know, using the elicitation skills that our organization has, we're now able to drive it to a lower level of detail, and a much more granular level of detail. And with a small team, I'm talking with teams of like 2 people, we're working across 12 divisions to drive down to a harmonized process and data model in short periods of time. So, and this is a multi-site kind of thing, so it just kind of gets to be a lot like what you guys are. But in 4 weeks, you have the business model together. 12 weeks beyond that, we completed the logical process and data model. And 16 weeks beyond that, we completed the system use cases associated with this particular system. So,
thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and additional resources are in the description box below.